Ian, another National League South point, 0-0 against Maidstone United, the riding high. First and foremost, initial thoughts. How do you think that panned out for you today?
Probably the toughest game we've had all season. Probably the best team we've played this season. I thought my players were outstanding today in the way they've had to dig in, defending numbers against a side that's full time. And the boys are tired now, but they've put an unbelievable shift in. But that was a tough game, and as I say, I felt they put a great shift in. And to come away with a point at the end of that, I'm over the moon. It would have been great to get free, and we had a couple of chances late on once the game got stretched out. But I thought they were a proper team we played against today, and it just shows you the level we've got to get to if we're going to compete in this league.
Callum, first and foremost, tell us a little bit about that game for you, because a number 10 for them, Jack Burham, was very, very lively. He was in and out and around you. How did you manage to keep tracks of him?
Just like every other game, really. Just try your best, get tight, do the right things, and hopefully it goes your way, really.
Did he tire you out, or did you tire him out?
I hope so, but he just kept running, so it's tough. So you just got to stay with him and try and do your best.
Yeah, and actually meeting them heads between yourself and David De Gea, what was that like working in that partnership? Because obviously it's not been as frequent.
Yeah, no, Dave's, all the boys, Dave, Joy, Tom, easy to work with. We've got a good relationship, so it's easy.
Fantastic. Ian, you say that that's the best team you've played against this season. What was it about them? Obviously full-time makes a big difference, but what was it about them that you was really impressed from a tactical point?
They've got a lot of experience in their team. They've got players that have played in the league above. They've got players that have played in this league for a long time. As I say, the 3 days a week makes a massive difference in terms of their fitness levels. And they played to a system that was difficult to play against. They turned us very, very early, very quickly. And you're always on pitches like this at this stage of the season under pressure to try and defend your own goal. It's difficult in terms of rolling the ball back to the goalie because obviously the balls are bobbling around. As I said earlier in the week, the pitches have changed, so you've got to try and change the system. They never allowed us to get in any sort of system in terms of us getting the ball down and passing it. Every time we tried to put 2 or 3 passes together, they broke it up or they were on us like a rash. And a few of the boys in there, Johnny Goddards and the Zanes and the people like that who love to play football, just said there was no space, there was no time. Every time they got on the ball, they were challenged or they were put under pressure to move the ball quicker. And I felt all over the park they pressed us really well, really high, really quickly. We had to go and dig in. And as I said, sometimes you have no right to win any game of football. I just thought our commitment and our attitude today was absolutely outstanding. And the second half, the supporters were brilliant. They got behind us, tried to get us up the park. And we had a couple of half chances late on, but it just wasn't good enough in the end.
Callum, your interceptions today were fantastic. Your heading, your blocking, your clearance. How's your body feeling right now?
It's hard. The games come thick and fast, and we've got another one Tuesday, so it's just about managing yourself and just trying to get through each game.
Feeling fit though?
Yeah, no, feeling fine. A few niggles, but everything's fine.
And what was it like with them corners? Because they had a lot, and there was heads, there was punching, there was a lot of bodies around. How was it for you?
You just got to concentrate and just make sure the ball don't get in the net. So it's tough, but it's just one of them things.
Ian, you talked a lot over the last couple of weeks about confidence, obviously compared to the 14-game unbeaten run you went on before the FA Cup and such. It looks like today you've started to try and sort of build some more confidence, momentum going forward into the next couple of games.
We're unbeaten in 3 games in the league, Graham. I think we've lost 2 games away from home all season. One of them was at Dorking in the last minute, and one of them was Bournemouth in the FA Cup. And we've played 7 games in the League Cup. We've played 4 in. We played 7 games in the league. We've played 4 in the FA Cup and the trophy. And teams have come here and made it really difficult for us. We've got our home form hasn't been as well as the right way form. So, we've got some tough away games coming up. We've got some tough games against teams in and around us. But the one thing you don't do is lose them games, which we haven't done today. Previous weeks, I think a couple of weeks ago, we'd have lost today, which we've managed to keep the clean sheet. We've managed to win a game of football, and I've said it before, we've conceded too many goals too many times in the last few weeks, and the boys that have come in have put their heads on the lines, they put their necks on the line, they put their bodies on the line, and they deserved a clean sheet today. I thought Michael Johnson was back to his best today. He's had to make some really big saves, but it'd be wrong for me to pick anybody out individually today, because I felt from Sean at the front to everybody have put a real shift into defending numbers and to keep the clean sheet. We know we can play better. We know we've got players in here that are good footballers, but first and foremost, you have to earn the right to win a game of football. As I keep saying, you've got to stop the momentum of goals going in, and then you build your confidence from that. We're unbeaten in 3 games. If you look at it, the poor result against Cheshunt last week is really the one blip we've had in probably the last 5 games. So build from that, and we've got to make sure that we go to Chippenham on Tuesday night. Again, we've got to make sure we come away there with at least a point. If we get all 3 points, I'll be over the moon. And we've got a long way to go. We're not even halfway through the season yet. Long way to go. Teams will get stronger. As I've said before, we need to freshen up maybe 1 or 2 areas, but we need to make sure they're the right players at the right time for the right revenue, in terms of not paying overpriced money for people. So you can see what Maidstone have got. They're an ex-Football League side, they're an ex-National League side, who are very good in this Conference South, and there's a number of teams like that already, and we've got to make sure that we try to strive to be like them, because we need to try and get the additional days training. We need to try and get the additional experience in here as well, because it's tough, and it's shown today how good they are. But as I keep saying it, these boys were fantastic today, and proud to just say to them, well done, 0-0, and people should say, well, you should be looking to win a game, but that was tough today, and these boys really put a shift in for me and the club today.
Callum, finally for you then. We had Kevin Mudd in commentary, who's a big stalwart for St Albans City, ex-central defender. He knows what that's all about. He gave you the man of the match, by the way. He thought you were outstanding. But what was what me and Kev were impressed was with yourself and David De Gea, how you covered the fullbacks really well and still maintained your central position. Is that something you just naturally do as a player, or is that something you want to give credit to your coaching team who have actually helped with that?
Coaching, training, but also Dave pulled me before the game and we had a chat about it, and so on that side of things it's easy because he lets me know, and we just do it together. So we know we wanted to keep a clean sheet, so it's the main thing.
You've done it, which it must be a great feeling though, right?
It is a clean sheet, but we thought we could have won it, but clean sheet's good as well.
Exactly, and MJ, 2 fantastic saves. Ian's alluded to that. I mean, he kept you in the game at the right time. That's good when you see your keeper do it. It just gives you that boost, doesn't it?
100%. Good saves as well.
Brilliant. Thank you, Callum. And finally, Ian, over 1,600 people in here today. Again, you allude to it earlier, the fans, how great they've been, and we're not even halfway of the season. You've had a great point here today. You've still games in hand. You're not far off that sort of second, third spot within the league. Still all to play for, right?
Listen, I've said all along that the supporters, the crowd, have been absolutely outstanding all season. They've come in their numbers. They've supported the club. I felt second half today they were outstanding. They got the players through that second half, because that was tough going, trying to get us a goal in the last few minutes, and just stay with us, because we are going through a little patch where things aren't going our way. But trust me, we'll get back to where we was at the start of the season. We'll start putting some performances together. And what you've got to understand is that we've earned the right for teams to do what they're doing to us at the moment. So we have no divine right to come and win any game of football. We have no divine right just to turn up and play the football we want to do. We're having to work extremely hard to just get points at the moment, because teams are making it difficult for us. And that's with it, and stay with us, because we need you. You've been outstanding. You've come in your droves, as I keep saying, and we need you here, and the football club needs you, and hopefully we can keep pressing on. We've got lots of games to come, 22 league games to go, massive part of the season to come, but we need them to get behind us and support these players, because the players really enjoy the support we've had. It's going to be tough. There's going to be some ups. I said earlier, there's going to be some ups and downs. There's going to be some scary times. There's going to be some squeaky bum time. But we've got to stick together as a group and all look to go one way. Focus on what we're trying to do, which is first and foremost try and get in the playoffs. Once we do that, we see where we are. But we've all got to pull in the right direction. If everyone pulls in the right direction, then we'll have a goal for the end of the season.
Thanks for your honesty, Ian. And Callum, enjoy your ice bath.
Yeah.
Take care. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.